Alrighty, so hello everyone. Welcome to the channel and all that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it very short and sweet. I gotta get upstairs as soon as possible. So I just kind of wanted to make a brief, kind of like my thoughts of the new update in Helldivers. So I guess I'll just kind of jump right into it. So, um. when you start it, I'll be 100% honest with you. If it gave an update file or any of that, it did not inform me. I wasn't even aware that the update happened. I don't know if today's day one or day two of the update actually being queued. For sure, I don't even know when this video will come up. I mean, it's the 7th as of right now. I've been playing this really kind of throughout the night. And then when I woke up, which is right now, I made this brief little video. So I'm just going to go into this. We're not really going to get into gameplay. I'm just going to kind of bring up what little bits out right now that I've noticed and have kind of enjoyed and what I have not. So when you first get into it, one of the things that kind of pissed me off, but it's not really that big of an issue, is for some reason, even if you have played a bunch of Helldive difficulties, the game is going to require you to go through the 3 missions on a Helldive game so that you can unlock Super Helldive mode. Even if you've done it multiple times, you will have to do it again. At least that's what it did for me. And I have played it a good few times on Helldive difficulty, so to have to do it again was kind of like, okay, why do I need to prove myself again? I thought it was stupid, but it's a very minor thing. I mean, what's one more time? You know, if you've done it several times, you could probably do it again. But Super Helldive is pretty cool with the way it works. I actually like this method of making it work and all that a little more.
One mission
so for the bugs, as you can see on the map there, towards the right there is that giant yellow area. So what this is kind of introducing, the bots have it too, is it's introducing a mechanic where there's like mega hives or mega outposts, and like for the bugs it's just a massive crater with just like 10 or 11 hives you have to get. But there's one cool thing with it, and that's if you read here, the mega nests have a rare mutant egg, which is a high valued target. Basically what it is it's like when you have to escort one of those uplinks or something, especially for this mission. So this mission would be hell if you went and did it, especially with the location of it. What it is you will definitely want to do this with a team, because you are going to, whoever has to hold the egg is stuck using their secondary weapon, and you're going to have to run said egg from here all the way to here, survive the extraction fight, get on the aircraft, and go. Same with this thing. The only difference, this mutated larva will draw in enemies because it shrieks. We saw that in the ad for the game. That's basically what that is. But for them, they have the mutated egg. For the bots, it's classified information, I believe is the name of it. Now I cannot tell you what these look like. Oh hey, look, now we're getting attacked over at Incursion Sands. I will say I love the way the menu looks now. I think that looks pretty, like it actually looks more like a computer and all that. No, that's a minor detail. It's not really major in any way. But yeah,
the bots plunder this
the
planet.
bots have these major outposts.
Go forth. and reclaim our land.
and you basically go in there with classified information. And now I jumped into a round of the bots just to experience it, and I will tell you, do not solo bots. The moment you land in that thing, let's just put it this way, these bots basically took my democratic ass, bent me over forcefully, and made me take every fucking death with a few dozen missiles. Because I basically spawned in, died within 3 minutes, all health, done, and got kicked back out. It was that quick. The bots are a real pain in the ass on this difficulty. That is for sure. You are going to really have to get used to them. However, I will say, because the game forces you to do a hell dive difficulty, the new enemies that are in the game, you will get used to them. They are not exclusive to super hell dive at all, so you will get very used to them before even going into this difficulty. Um, so, well, other than I can never remember the names. The smog or the spore charger really is not as terrifying as it seemed. At least not in the maps that I played. You can almost tell when it's there because all of a sudden fog will just roll in out of nowhere. So then you know it's coming. But I think in maps where the spores and all that are a little more active, it will be
The enemy is
definitely
attempting to seize one of
harder
our
to
planets. We must join the
tell
defense.
with that creature. I will say though, with this
Every
new
moment we
thing, I'm
ruminate,
very
another
much gonna
family is
just put
torn
this
limb
out
from
there.
limb.
I
We must
100%
strike.
believe at some point we're gonna get a major order that says, get the classified information or get the mutated eggs. The cool thing about that is if you get those on there, they do count towards rare and super samples, but only a couple. Like the one that I extracted gave me 2 super samples and a rare, which was kind of a weird way of doing it. So if you do this correctly, because this ups it to 7 super samples, you could possibly get out of there with 9 super samples in a game if you're lucky. Um, but I don't know. I haven't even been able to find super samples. I did also notice that with the massive nests, I don't know if it's just the luck I was having, but there were no stalker
We
nests
cannot let
spawning,
the enemy any
which
closer
was
to
a
Super Earth.
first. I've never had that happen where I didn't have to deal with stalkers in a higher difficulty. So it's kind of a nice change, but yeah, going back to the enemies, I know I'm kind of all over the place. The one new enemy, I never remember what it is. I just call it the tendrils or the tentacle creature. That one's a little buggy if you run a character build like me. I
Managed
use the
democracy calls
50/50
for aid.
chance of surviving
Only
lethal
you can
damage.
answer,
Let's
Helldiver.
just say the way that one works is it basically smacks you like it is a fly swatter and you are a fly. Um, I actually have a video of it. I might start uploading these little videos or make a better video of this later when I have more time to sit down and actually talk about this. But yeah, the thing basically hit me, and then on its way back up, it flung me into the stratosphere. Like I went above my fleet here and was falling for so long. It just sent me straight to the moon, if there were moons. It was hilarious, but it's definitely, if you're running a 50/50 build of lethal damage, you may just get sent straight into something, and it might even send you with so much speed that it blue screen crashes if you play on PlayStation. Um, but other than that, I gotta say, as of right now, uh, Oh well, first off, I gotta say the reason I made this saying about the major order thing is I want to put this little intake here. This has nothing to do with the DLC, but personally, I've not been a big fan of the way that they've been doing major orders lately. Joel or whoever, I just want to state, if you guys wanted to put the anti-tank mines in the game so damn badly, do it. Don't make me feel that I have to sacrifice the chance of having 40 medals handed to me for you guys to put in anti-tank mines. That last major order you guys did where you gave us 3 days to kill 1,500,000 with your player count you guys have right now, that was impossible. And I'm just going to say I've played this game for a few months now. I remember way back when this game had so many players and you guys had a kill any kind of enemy counter of like 2,655,300. You know, it was such a number that I swear to God, fucking, you asked fucking Chat GPT to give you a random ass number to the millionth, and it fucking gave you that, and you guys copied and pasted it over. Just bizarre ass numbers like that are just like, what the fuck? And I will never, I'll just be honest. It's made me worry about this one. I think this one is doable. But to give us that, and then on top of that, you want us to liberate islands while now we're being attacked in other islands. I don't like when that starts to happen because it's basically we have never passed a kill order. Since I have started playing the game, a kill order has never won. And I get this feeling that it's just one of those that are meant to be put in as a way of you're not meant to beat them sometimes, and I'm not a big fan of that. I just feel like the reach is way too high. But I will also point it out 45 medals to most players still playing this game probably don't care. Most people are at that 250 waiting for the next war bond to come out so they can start spinning their war bonds. And honestly, that's another thing I'm starting to hate with this game. The caps that you guys are putting on everything. The 50,000 for credits and the 250 for medals is really quite dumb in my eyes. I know you want to have that like thing where you get people playing the game more and more so they actually have something to grind for, but I don't think a lot of people are enjoying this feeling of the major orders aren't counting to them. It's a waste. So why are they even playing the game? Like, basically, to summarize this DLC in a way that's very easy, and what I kind of meant to start this out with, but got sidetracked with, if you are a player that has not touched this game in a long time because you have done everything in this game, at least as of right now, I do not recommend you come back. And I'm only saying that because all that this is adding is more stuff for you guys to grind to that you don't need. Those super samples and all that. For someone like me, it's heaven to get that many super samples. I still think we need a stratagem that allows you to extract at least 5-10% of your stratagems through like a drop pod that sends it back up so it's guaranteed, samples. I would love that as a stratagem if it was a one-time use only based stratagem, kind of like how the laser only lets you use so many. You drop it in, you put in so many of every kind, like 5 of both, and then 2 or 3 of a supers. And the reason I'm going with so low is then you actually still have a need to collect these and try to actually run and get to the end. Like stuff like or a stratagem like that I think would be great. But I will say this, if you are a character that's already unlocked everything, at least as of right now, until they add more of that stuff for you guys to actually gain, I don't see a reason to come back to this game. As someone that has not reached maximum in this game, as a matter of fact, I'm one trophy away from platinuming this game, and until something of a bunch of, like progress comes to where I really feel the want to play this game again, um, yeah, I think
The hour
after
of our
that I
next
get that one
victory rapidly
achievement, I
approaches.
think
Let
I'm
us
going
blend
to
the
take a break
galaxy
from
of
this game
aliens
for a
together.
while because I have other games I want to play, other things I need to get done. And I'm just going to say this is turning into one of those games where even though you're adding more content, you're adding more content for newer players. And I feel that the amount of players that are returning are coming back to a game where they're already so good at it that they don't feel that they're earning anymore. Because I feel that Helldivers is a game where you go in, you collect shit, you level up, you unlock shit, you get better, you going again. Once you become the best there is to be, you start to feel like, why am I still jumping into this? Why am I still getting these samples? Why am I still getting these credits? And adding the credit limit now is now putting it in the case of, I don't like that. When you guys have to add a credit limit so that people don't buy these to the maximum the moment they log in because they have everything. How long before you guys start putting a limit on samples? I'm sure there already is one. I'm sure you can only get 999 of all the samples. But even then, it's just like, if you guys went in here and made a massive list of things to add to this, to put a cap of 50,000 credits, to me is just kind of like, I'm already having to grind out the samples, but now it's getting to a point where I could have the samples before I have the money. But even then, 2 games, I'll have the money to get it done. So you've only gathered my attention for about 4, 5, 6 games, and then I'm back to being overpowered again. I feel like that's a lot of what's going on, why the player count is not as high, because I'll be honest with you, I play this late at night.
The
I
hour of
play
our
this
next
2 a.m.,
victory
3 a.m. in
rapidly
the morning.
approaches.
This
Let us
player
cleanse the
count that
galaxy of
you
aliens
see
together.
here, let me zoom out. 3,200. That will get down to 1,500. At top, I see it go up to 50, or 50, what did I just say? 1,500. I think I did say that correctly, but uh, oh, when you have 15, um, I don't feel like I'm saying that number right. I think it's 15,000. I don't know. I'm a little fucking illiterate when it comes to numbers. I'll admit to that. Either way, it'll go up to 40,000, 4,000. I don't. 40,000 sounds right. I I've seen this thing cap out at 50,000 players nowadays, active. But in the middle of the night, that thing drops down to 15,000. So when you guys are doing those kill orders, and why I hate them so much is I don't
We will
think you
cleanse
guys
this
are
galaxy
aware
one planet at a
of your
time.
player base anymore. I don't think you guys are aware that you do not have the amount of players you had 2, 3, 4 months ago. There are not 65,000 people playing this game all the time anymore, and I hope that this DLC does bring some back. But I'm gonna be honest with you. As of right now, the day of launch, until more stuff is added, I do not think if you are a character that is a returning character, I do not feel that you should pick this game back up. And that's coming from somebody who is about the mid-class tier of this game.
Liberty's enemies march ever
I'm not
closer.
maxed out fully on everything, but I'm also not finding enough content here to want to play it for hours on end. And that's kind of how I have been with this game a lot. I'll come in, do my daily objective, maybe play a few more rounds, and then I'll get off and go play something else. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. I think I've kind of gotten the basic gist of what I mean to say behind this. Basically, to sum it up again, if you are new to this game, this content is amazing. I think you will love it. I think the new creatures are interesting. But I also think that if you are returning, I think that this is not the point of this is not the time yet to jump back into the game. Wait a little farther into the update and see what they add. Wait till the war bond comes out, see what comes out then. Wait till they add some more weapons to this. Wait till you get some more stratagems, armors, stuff like that. Because as of right now, I think that you will come back to a game that you really aren't missing, to be honest. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm going to go upstairs and go watch my son so everybody can go to work. Thanks for watching, and I will see everyone in another video. Bye-bye.